I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for honoring this invitation to this ceremony as we unveil this sculpture, which is part of the high-profile International Lion Sculpture Trail. It is indeed a momentous occasion for us at the KCB family, as it reminds us of the importance of sustenance of planet Earth through wildlife conservation. I want to appreciate and recognize the team from Tusk who are here with us today. I'm also happy to acknowledge the presence of the artist himself, Peter. Peter, the talent, the sacrifice, and the time that you have dedicated to carving out this beautiful piece is simply amazing. And for us here at KCB, as we all know, the lion is an integral part of our identity. It's reflected in our logo, and it symbolizes our pride, our leadership, our power and strength as an organization that has been around for over 120 years and has transformed the banking region, the banking sector in the region. The bank is excited to be part of this initiative, which is informed by the belief that the long-term success of wildlife conservation in Kenya is dependent on partnerships and collaboration. It is against this background that the bank is committed to work with like-minded partners and organizations on this agenda. One of our focus areas as a country is promoting tourism as a source of foreign exchange. And as a financial institution, we're therefore playing our part in supporting the tourism sector, in this case through wildlife conservation. We're also conscious of the SDG goals and climate change, which are topics that support the agenda of protecting our fauna and flora for the future generation through responsible activities by human beings and preservation of our planet Earth. Our collective and active participation in the conservation of wildlife is critical for the survival of many endangered species and can serve as an important economic, social, and security engine for communities and individuals if we want to achieve sustainable development, which we do. It is my hope that this initiative will generate interest from like-minded people across the world, and we believe that the November auction will raise adequate funds to support the planned conservation efforts. I now take this opportunity to officially unveil the KCB Lion. I want to ask Kenyans to take time to come around and see this piece of art, and at the same time support the ongoing bid to protect our wildlife.
For more than 3 decades, Tusk has supported innovative conservation in Africa under the royal patronage of His Royal Highness Prince William. We have raised and invested over $100 million in programs spanning the continent as we amplify the work of 50 pioneering conservation initiatives, like Lion Landscapes, who you'll hear about from later, in more than 20 countries to protect more than 40 threatened species, many of whom are on the brink of extinction. Following the huge success of the Tusk Rhino Trail, which raised over £750,000 for conservation in 2018, we are now doing the same for another iconic species, the lion. And this is why we're here today. I just want to give you some statistics that I think will jog our hearts and our souls. In the last century, lion populations have declined from 200,000 to 23,000 only, a 90% decline. 50% of wild lion populations share their landscape with communities outside formerly protected areas, which leads to high levels of human-wildlife conflict. And only 6 countries are said to host and contain over 100,000 lions in countries. Kenya is one of them. The aim of this piece of art and the 40 others is to highlight the real threats to the species survival from loss of habitat, prosecution from human conflict, and a growing illegal trade. The Lion Trail coincides with what has been considered and described as a super year for conservation and environment. We've just finished the IUCN Congress and we're going into the COP 26. Today, KCB is demonstrating that they're not just part of conservation, you are part of the solution, really part of the solution. And we honor and we respect them for that. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned that this partnership, corporate, arts, and private, is the embodiment of the future of conservation in Kenya. As time progresses, we know that it will be a fact. And you, all of you, are critical to the inception and to its sustainability. It is up to us to protect our lions.
Take part in the Tusk Lion Trail, which is around 47 lion sculptures were given to 47 artists around the world. And the idea is that our artwork and what we create on those sculptures, they're made from fiberglass, is meant to kind of create sensitivity and awareness around the plight facing lions and the lion population. Apparently it's a declining population, and so through many different factors, they're kind of, it's geared towards supporting efforts where lions can actually be supported and conserved back into a healthy population. Yeah. And of course, lions are an integral part of our visual heritage. So on the Kenyan coins, the coat of arms, and some of our own, we subscribe some of our human qualities towards how we perceive lions as. So what I did with the sculpture was to try and highlight that, in a way, just show that if we are not successful in conserving lions and bring them back to the population, then what we may be left with in the future, for generations to come, would just be the physical object of the bones, and especially the physicality. And so what I did is that I painted the skull bones of animals that lions eat, but also including the skulls of lions themselves.
We're here today because of the Tusk Lion Trails, and this is Tusk Trust, which is an organization that I am a trustee of, which is patroned by His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge. And what we're doing here today is to raise awareness to the plight of lions. We've lost 90% of our lion population in a century. We've gone from 200,000 to just under 23,000 lions. So we're here to raise that awareness, to raise the plight of the lions through a very different medium, which is through the art world. So there's 47 lions, and 3 of them have been painted by 3 Kenyan prominent artists: Peterson, who's here today, Paul Onditi, and Beatrice Wanjiku. So what we're hoping to do is, once the campaign is over, we will auction the lions, and we're looking to raise approximately $2 million for lion conservation across the continent, across Africa. So it is vital that we do this now. As I mentioned earlier, this is the year of conservation. Many big conferences coming, looking at what we do, how we deal with the planet post-COVID. And so we really need to look at, this is the tipping point for conservation in Africa. So we really need to use these opportunities to talk about the threatened species that we host and we have.
Then one final question. What was the decision to have it at KCB?
So the decision to have this lion at KCB, there's 2 lions, one at KCB and one at Safaricom. But it was a natural and conclusion for us at Tusk to talk to KCB, given that there's a lion in their logo and they are a titan of corporate industry in Kenya and in Africa. So it was a logical conclusion for us to come to KCB, and they didn't even hesitate. They jumped on it, and they supported this lion. And so we just brought this lion from where it was at KWS headquarters to its home here at KCB.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. Have a nice day.
You too.
So today we are unveiling this amazing sculpture that has been designed by Peter, who's behind us here. We're very excited to be part of this initiative because it is part of our sustainability agenda, and it is very integral to our identity. If you see our logo, you will see the lion. So the lion for us is very symbolic. So we're very excited to be part of conservation efforts. So we will continue to partner and to collaborate with like-minded organizations who are looking to do good in the communities where we operate. So yes, that is our involvement here today.
My name is Thomas Mojong, and I'm working as a lion conservation officer in Laikipia. So I'm working in the company of Lion Landscape, which is covering the Laikipia, the northern ranches. So the challenges that the lion are facing is one is livestock conflicts. When lion attack livestock for people or for community, people can kill that lion. And the other challenges that lion is facing is illegal activity like snaring, because sometimes people they can kill it by connecting a trap that can kill that lion. So, and also the other challenges that lion are facing is the loss of habitat. If there is no a place a lion can stay, then actually it can just hang around and finally it can disappear that way. So, and then the other challenges that lion is facing is poisoning. People they are poisoning this lion during the carcass of either dead animal or any of animal that can be used. But they use the poisoning so that when lion come and eat that dead carcass, then lion can die.
Furahia kazi yako.
Ready? Yes. Okay. One ready. Thank you. Smile. That is the painter. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is on the side? Inamishaje kutamba kidogo? Asante sana. Something to do with yes, luncheons. Something to do with yes, luncheons.